President of the European Commission, Madam Ursula von der Leyen, to deliver her remarks.
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, President Milatovic, dear Jakov, for hosting us here, me and my friend Antonio Costa. It's wonderful to be back in Montenegro. And indeed, we have met now for the second time with our Western Balkan partners within 6 months. And that says already something very important. It shows that Europe and the Western Balkans are getting closer. Today we discussed how to make this connection stronger, how to make it more visible, more concrete. We have been all affirming the Western Balkan belongs into the European Union. That's very clear. And this is not only a promise for the future, it is a choice that we make, a strategic choice. We make this choice through investment, through closer cooperation, and, of course, the confidence to move forward together. We have basically discussed two topics. The one was the growth plan, the other one enlargement. The growth plan matters because it is already a gradual integration in the single market in different sectors. The principle is very simple. We open sectors of the single market for Western Balkan companies. Therefore, the Western Balkan countries have to do reforms to create a level playing field, but with the reforms comes our investment. And these are very tangible and practical things. We have so far delivered investments of 675 million euros. The next tranche that is foreseen for disbursement is 540 million euros. It's, for example, high-speed internet for 75,000 households, or it's the electrification for railway, or it's preschool places, just to name a few. But it has, of course, also very important impact for the companies, the business in the Western Balkan. For example, SEPA has been introduced in 4 Western Balkan countries, the single euro payment area. What does it do? If you have transactions, normally it lasts days till the financial transaction is done and it costs money. With SEPA, it's within seconds and it costs nothing. The whole region, if the whole region is integrated in SEPA, this could reach savings around 1 billion euros for the companies. We also want to bring, of course, our people closer, and this is why we want to extend DiscoverEU for young people from the Western Balkan. And what is very good, we will now start to negotiate and implement in the Western Balkan roaming, roam like at home. I remember when it was introduced in the European Union, it made a huge difference for all of us, and we want the same here with the Western Balkans. The second topic that we discussed was, of course, enlargement. Enlargement is a geostrategic imperative for us, and the long-term investment in our peace, our stability, and our security. It will remain merits-based, but it must become more dynamic. You could hear it also from my friends here on the podium, because merits-based does not mean slow. Merits-based means fair and predictable. In other words, it means when reforms are delivered, then progress on the path of accession to the European Union must follow. And this is what we want to do, to reward reforms with real integration. So, for example, access to our programs, closer links to the single market, and European Union funding that rewards the reforms. To conclude, if I had to sum up this summit in 2 words, they would be determination and confidence. Determination to make the European future of the Western Balkans concrete as quickly as possible. Confidence that our union will grow in the years ahead. And yes, Montenegro becoming the 28th member state by 2028 is within reach. That's very clear. The discussions showed that today, so we can only encourage you to keep up the good spirit and the pace that you've shown, the ambition and the determination. We hope that Albania will follow quickly and that the whole region will keep moving closer to our union. Because what this summit has shown is that we already form a community of shared destiny. Our security is connected, our economies are connected, and of course our future is connected. The enlargement process is how we turn this reality into membership and how we bring the Western Balkans closer to where they belong, that is at the heart of the European Union. Thank you very much for hosting us here.
Thank you, Madam President. We will now open the floor for questions. In the interest of time, we will take 4 questions in total, 1 from Montenegrin media, 1 from international, 2 from international media outlets, and 1 from the Western Balkans media. First question comes from the Montenegrin media. Yes, please.
Good afternoon to everyone. Krsto Gazivoda from the Public Media Service of Montenegro, and I of asking you the question on behalf of all present Montenegrin media. So we have a question for all of you. So I'm glad you mentioned the pace we're going at. That the pace is basically the most important thing, and we set ourselves some high expectations that we should close 10 chapters by the half of the year. We now have we wanted to close more, but as I understood, we will close 4 by the summer break. Have the dynamics slow down, and what do you expect by the end of the year? And what happens if some of the chapters remain to be closed in the next year? And also, do you see some foreign factors affecting our path to the EU? Thank you.
No, we have very good news on that one. I must say it's impressive to see the speed at which you are delivering. And here everybody is pulling in the same direction. The President, the Prime Minister, the Parliament, that's very important. You all are focused on the common goal. And we can sense that because the speed of delivery of complicated reforms is impressive. So we can only encourage you to keep up the good work. And indeed, the goal is towards, let's say, the end of the year or the beginning of next year to have the whole clusters and chapters closed, to then do the next steps. This is the drafting of an accession treaty and the following steps then that have to be done. It's getting very concrete. So you're moving towards the finish line, and the finish line is not a finish. It's the beginning of a membership in the European Union. So keep up the good work. We are by your side every step of the road.
Do you want to say something? Let me just, quickly build on what Madam von der Leyen, already mentioned. I think that, this is really a great day for Montenegro. And hosting all the leaders from the EU, as well as the friends from the Western Balkans, the leaders of the EU institutions, shows the trust and shows that the door is fully open on behalf of the EU for our EU accession. I think that we have also shown maturity and political unity when it comes to getting to achieve this goal. The presence both of myself and the Prime Minister speaks to that aim, and I'm absolutely more confident after this summit that the EU accession of Montenegro by 2028 is absolutely achievable. Obviously, the work is not done yet. We need to, keep up the good work, to speed up the things, to come to an end of certain reforms that we have started. You know that I always mention the Constitutional Court, the electoral reform, the rule of law, and this is ultimately what this process is about, the rule of law and the institutions. I think that Montenegro is absolutely making a lot of progress, and we are there to keep up with the good work.
Thank you. Now we open the floor for a question coming from the international media. Do we have? Yes, please.